Good morning. You're watching the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach as we check out the early morning conditions. A lot of movements from Bells Bowl up to Winky Pop, assessing both locations. And it looks like the stage will be set at Winky Pop for the second day of competition.
A bit of motion for it though, Joe. And looks like João made, he'll take this one.
João Chianca, a rookie on tour from Saquarema, Brazil. Floats the first section, looking loose on that board. Finds a big blowtail, lays back, pulls himself back up for the completion. João Chianca from the famous brother duo, Lucas Chianca. Lucas has already created a crazy name for himself as one of the best big wave surfers on the planet. Take a look at the opening wave of the morning bugs.
Yeah, and this is the thing about when you take off from deep, you're going to be racing down the line. We're seeing a lot of floats to trying to get the sections together, then the one blowtail, really trying to make something out of not much of a wave, really. It's not a lot of scoring opportunity, but this is a pretty nifty move. I mean, what a recovery. He uses the white water to perfection here. And in real time, he does it quite quickly.
And it's a radical blowtail layback. That layback is one of the coolest moves in surf. It's great that João can rely on that to get us started at 4.5. Still working down the line as Chianca, nice clean off the top. Floats the next section, hard off the bottom. There's the vertical. Driving into that whitewater section again, into a double up for a bonus hack. João stays on his feet. A very aggressive start, two waves quickly against Connor and Caio.
And this is the wave for João. It's his second wave. As he paddles back out, he gets this wave, and the amount of maneuvers he gets on this is unbelievable. And he comes over a double up section. He gets one more in here. There's the double up section, and he finishes it up.
Julian Wilson talked to Dave Proden about it at the lineup. He brought up Chianca's name and saying he was so impressed with the rookie. Former rookie of the year in motion, Caio Ibelli. Speed float to come around the corner. Nice clean layback snap.
Now, Caio Ibelli's wave here, it's a pretty classy ride. Look how slick this board is, Joe. He maintains his speed, and here's just a great float, keeps the speed going, lovely layback snap.
Just kind of leaning back on the finish. And Coffin getting started. Real powerful, great style. The Santa Barbara jams the finish to get his opening score here of heat number 9.
Wow, what a great exchange. All three combatants out there getting waves under their belt. Connor and Caio on their first wave. So it's a set wave, but it's got a little bit more bump on the face. He's got to manage this one. Looking down the line, always looking down the line at Winky. That next section's the important one. No major maneuvers yet, but you know he's going to finish here with a solid finish there by Connor Coffin.
So powerful, so clean with his maneuver choice. Made the switch a couple of years ago to JS Industries. And he's loving the flow he's feeling under his feet. Nice solid finishing move for Connor Coffin. I guess, and with an outside shot to potentially get in the final 5. Connor's up now. Slow motion drift to start. More speed on that lip line. Hack gets a little stuck trying to blow the tail out on the finish, so he's down. The Connor's in that 5-way tie for 18th, just above the cut. And then to Connor's second wave.
Yeah, as you said, it's a bit of a sleepy start to this one. And he starts to get going here, goes into his rhythm, and just sort of loses it there. It seems like his foot may have slipped off the side.
He did move up 9 spots from his quarterfinal finish in Portugal. Here comes Caio. Off the bottom, clean. Roundhouse cutback. Blowtail reverse for a combination. Little whitewater inside wall. He still looks interested. Throws the tail again above the lip. Ends up losing the finishing move. But I leveled the roundhouse to an air combination. And looked like he did it in his sleep. Looked so comfortable changing gears there.
You know, as you were saying before, the board looks so slick under his feet though. And he's got this great connectivity of his major maneuvers. Reading this wave super well. Throws the tail. comes out of it a little bit of a dead section there. There's not much he could have done about that. And I think he felt he needed to squeeze a bit more.
As we watch João Chianca. Nice healthy frontside wrap. Drills it again. That whitewater line's going to disappear. Open face. Big snap to drift for the rookie. He's having a blast this morning here at Winky Pop. And that board that he was riding got some damage from his fist as we take a look from the water here.
Yeah, João, he's a pretty busy surfer. I like this wave, how it comes into this second section here. A bit of a fluffy whitewater section, goes over this lip. The wave stands up. And, he elects not to go for the punt. Just finishes it off cleanly. Really building his performance. What nice, clean move there. That board also looks like it's performing well for him, Joe. And he just utilises that foamy section there, and he knows this section here's the money one. Just a tail-free, sliding tail at the top of the wave there. Just these little decimal extra 0.1, 0.2s can make the difference. Because back in the 60s and 70s, everyone drove here from all parts of Australia, and it was truly, you might trek 2,000 or 3,000 kilometres to come here.
So you see the tail whip reverse for Chianca. Lightning fast down the line. Definitely putting more maneuvers together than anyone else in this heat. But scores are still relatively close to where Caio's at with 5s and 6s.
Yeah, and we saw Coffin with priority. He let that first one go. You can see that first one. Look, it gathers all the chop and all the bump on the face. And João said, well, I'll go it. But Connor would most likely be on the way behind this.
Nice little punch off the lip for Chianca. Pushing the second float down the line. Aggressive vertical foam climb, and he'll get out. So João on his way back out didn't have a whole lot to lose. So he's had a couple of slip-ups on his finishing moves in this heat. And this is what João did.
Yeah, well, and as it comes onto the inside section, the face does get a lot smoother. This wave not offering a heck of a lot. Something happens here, Joe.
Throws down the roundhouse bugs and then sees the lip line, goes for a layback carve and gets stuck again. Started rip curl with Brian Singer. And look what he's created. An incredible story with the Ultimate Surfing Company.
It was a little shed in a side street in Torquay with no branding. And I remember walking there. We'll go back to this story in a minute.
Speed turn for Ibelli. Rock and roll float in transition. Needs a 5.6 to take the lead off Chianca. And this one's going to leave him behind.
Yeah, won't go into his top two. So, and Rip Curl, I walked in this little shed this day in this side street of Torquay. And there was Sparrow in there actually cutting out a wetsuit.
Didn't have the best opening heat yesterday, so he's looking to bounce back. Caio, Ibelli in motion. Now waiting for an inside section to show up. Ibelli stepping on the gas, going for the punt. Just a little forced reverse. Probably not going to factor in, but he'll keep second spot over Connor as we run out of time. The Brazilians take the top two to move on to the round of 32, and we'll be seeing Connor Coffin in the jersey again in the elimination round. But a brilliant, smooth performance from the Brazilians to move on to the next one. We will take a quick break.